Alright lads, so today we are jumping into the nightmare version of the Range Quincy Guild Quest. This Guild Quest in particular just got access to two new very powerful units, that being Christmas NEMU and also Christmas Retsu. If you've been needing a new lead or a new normal attack damage character, that's what you're getting in this most recent banner. And lucky for me, while I didn't get both Retsu and NEMU, at the very least I do have one of them, and honestly maybe the one I needed the most, that being NEMU. So for the most part, we're checking out NEMU in today's video. However, I guess it also gives a good opportunity to showcase the other Retsu that came out, right? Because funny enough, we did just get a back-to-back Retsu, both being ranged Quincy killers designed for Guild Quests. One being a normal attack damage character, the other being a strong attack damage character. And honestly, probably the best team that you could make would be Retsu, and also NEMU. Again, I just don't have Retsu right now, so I can't try her out. But I'd be very curious to see how she does perform. For me, right, when it comes to ranged Quincy Guild Quests, I am rocking what I could potentially use. And as far as ranged Quincy killers do go, if you don't have Retsu, your alternative options are going to be Toshiro and also this particular Aaroniero. The thing is though, Aaroniero only have 1-5. Meanwhile, I have Toshiro max transcendent, so I am choosing to use him over someone like Aaroniero. But then to be fair, it does work out in our favor because the first boss, the boss that we are weakest against, is a technique character. So with that in mind, we're using these three particular accessories when using Toshiro. Going with a mixture of recharge, full stamina, strong attack damage, etc. Again, max transcendent with full stamina and also SP as bonus abilities. The Brave version of Retsu is going to serve as your normal attack damage character and just a normal attack damage character. We mentioned when she came out, she was a great addition because other than this particular Retsu and now NEMU, right? The only other normal attack damage character we had was this particular Ruruka, and damage output difference, you know, she couldn't really keep up. What you want in a more traditional Guild Quest team is a character like this that does have, for example, Flurry +2 in Guild Quests. The problem with this Retsu though is that she wasn't a team booster, so that meant that she didn't go well with Ruruka. Instead, she replaced Ruruka. And that was kind of a problem when she first released like 2 months ago, but again, now it's not a big deal because we do have access to NEMU. In her case though, Golden Chappy Hollow Bait, 3 normal attack damage soul traits, 2 out of 5 to level 10 attack and also level 10 focus, with full stamina and also attack as bonus abilities. Then we have NEMU. Again, she's a character that we want to see more in the future, right? She's a normal attack damage character, clearly designed for Guild Quest. You know, let's not hide that fact. They clearly want you to use it in Guild Quest, and truth be told, where you are going to use it more often is in Guild Quest. However, we cannot stress enough how cool it is and how more it needed a character like this is, because what she does have, since she does the gauge effect, you know, in and outside of Guild Quest, she can get Flurry too. She can get that extra 100% bruiser. She can do really good damage on her normal attacks. And in a way, she's the NAT character that isn't just restricted to Guild Quest, even if, to be fair, that might be the only place you do use her. It's nice to have more characters like this as opposed to Retsu, where, you know, if I take her outside of Guild Quest, she's kind of performing like Tokinada, a character that released like 5 years ago. Not to talk about these, you know, Guild Quest specific skills again, we've spoke about that a lot. But this is why NEMU is a really exciting character, at least for me. So in this case though, in the build, Golden Chappy Hollow Bait. And I would love to build Retsu as a mainstay DPS, just give it as much normal attack damage as possible. But we do want to make sure we utilize that team boost SA2 that she does have, giving us 43% attack and also focus. So with that in mind, I just gave her 2 recharge and full stamina damage soul traits. That way she can still do more normal attack damage with the built-in recharge. And maybe it would be better to give the character recharge and full stamina, but instead I'm choosing to opt in to give the Mugetsu link so my Toshiro can do 20% more strong attack damage. And lucky for NEMU, she is a power character, so even though this strong attack damage buff really isn't helping her, it is at the very least giving her more stats because it is a power character. With that said though, level 10 attack, full stamina, and also attack. Let's jump into the quest. Now this video is going to be a learning experience too, because I have no idea what attack pattern I want to do, so I guess we'll just start off with the SA3 and kind of just let our normal attack damage characters do all the job, right? So we do have that going for us. But then again, we do want to kind of kill as fast as possible so we can then hopefully inflict freeze on the enemy like we did there, for example. Might as well soul bomb now into the SA1. Can my teammates finish up fast enough? They're doing some decent damage, pretty good damage there. So now we can go in here on Candice, use our SA3. Remember, this is Nightmare 2, right? This is really good. Now Retsu's going to be doing more damage. Gauge activates on NEMU. Now we're doing significantly more. Unfortunately, though, had no particular trap effect to follow up. However, we do have the barrier. So that's one great thing about NEMU that's definitely worth talking about. With Retsu, if you use the Christmas version, she's constantly paralyzing. She has a really good kit, constantly paralyzing. Likely, you're not going to get hit. When it comes to Aaroniero and especially Toshiro, you know, Toshiro has a very awkward kit to use, let's be honest. It's easy to miss, and I feel like we did that near the end on the 5th wave with our SA2, but the barrage attack leaves us open for an attack. If we end up missing someone, we could get hit and we have to end the room. But with the fact that NEMU is giving us the barriers, it means that we can potentially take the hit, and the enemy that we do miss, hopefully a normal attack damage character like Retsu or NEMU can finish up instead. Likewise, in the case of Aaroniero, right, he does have a 2-stage charge strong attack SA3 that can only inflict weakening. Other characters like Ichigo and also Kenpachi can inflict lacerate. So when you do get that status proc, there's no way they take any damage because the boss, once lacerated, won't use any strong attacks. And in Guild Quest, they only use strong attacks. With Aaroniero, if you use that SA3, you could be open for an attack. You could get hit, but then again, if you're using NEMU, that barrier means they can potentially take that hit and still let off the charge strong attack without taking any damage. Let's jump into our next run, and remember, we are doing the Nightmare difficulty, so this is actually a pretty good clear time, I would like to say, for not having Retsu in our team. So hopefully we can take care of Ryukin super quick. That way, Bambietta can come in and basically instantly get frozen, which doesn't seem to be the case, but we were able to still do some pretty decent damage. Now for this one, I kind of want to just use my SA3. Is that the play here? Because then Candice should hopefully get paralyzed, or weakened, right? Sorry, frozen. Here we go, SA2. There we go, really good here. And then for the final boss, we can just Soul Bomb. And hopefully let our normal attack damage characters finish up, because I think our SP boost is about to wear off. It didn't, surprisingly. There we go, tap bit faster, 36. If I can get 40 seconds of medding with this team, that'll be really good. And maybe if we do get that in the next couple of runs, maybe we can start trying out Aaroniero. See how he performs. I would likely assume not as good as Toshiro since I have him max transcended as opposed to Aaroniero only being 1-5. Alright then, 10-3, let's see how it goes. Let's use that SA3. There we go, we got the frozen proc, love to see it. Okay, NEMU, oh, let's keep in mind NEMU's gauge effect too. How often that does last. There we go, someone got left alive unfortunately. But the gauge is activated once, that's good to know. And you definitely notice a massive damage increase here. Let's go down, use that SA2. Really good damage on Candice, there we go. Looks like, at least if I go with this attack pattern, it's going to be very similar on 37 seconds, 36 seconds. 35 seconds again for the most part. Maybe I gotta change the attack pattern. I mean, I'm not used to soul bombing on the 5th wave. Usually I do it on the 3rd wave, but I feel like given the 3rd boss is a power character, it's not too bad, but let's try it again, this time soul bombing on the 3rd phase. Alright, then here we go. Here we go. SA3. Hopefully we get everyone in there. Really good damage. Again, the great part there with NEMU is that she activates the gauge like straight away, so she just does insane damage against that first boss. Let's soul bomb here. Thing is, I don't really have another strong attack to follow up, really. Kind of want to wait for the next phase. There we go. Now let's use our 3. Then a 1. If we kill fast enough, we can. It doesn't seem like it. But NEMU does activate the gauge twice. Potentially going to activate it like 3 times in the entire quest. If it lasts long enough, right? But when the gauge does activate, you definitely notice that massive damage increase. I think we're going to end it there for Toshiro. Really liking the combo right now with Retsu and also NEMU. I think the biggest thing with Toshiro as a main right now is that we are able to get through that first phase super quick because NEMU literally instantly activates the gauge, getting that additional 4+1 and also 100% bruiser. Now, I did say I'd stop using Toshiro in exchange for using Aaroniero. We'll probably do that on the next run because what I want to try now is let's have a look at NEMU being the main normal attack damage dealer. Let's take off Retsu, right? And instead, we're going to have Tenjiro fill in the support role, be the team booster for our team, use the Mugetsu link. That way, again, we can focus on NEMU just having 3 normal attack damage soul traits, right? And at the same time, this particular character, remember the great thing about Tenjiro, is that he does give 30% more damage to enemies that are inflicted with an element if you are a Soul Reaper. So that goes for both NEMU and also Toshiro. And if you do have Retsu, the new Christmas version, that would likely be the best team, maybe over an additional normal attack damage character, because you'll likely be doing significantly more damage with someone like Retsu, where it really would matter. Alright then, so let's see how this does go. Then we have NEMU as our main damage dealer. Maybe having that additional support character would be a tad bit better. Doesn't feel like it right now, we'll be honest, because the freeze is going to wear off, but we can actually use our SA2 there and hopefully take everyone out. Not too bad. I feel like maybe this team would look a bit more impressive if we had Retsu, because our damage significantly out DPS's Toshiro, with that extra damage from someone like Tenjiro would be a lot more ideal. I'm glad we tested out, though. Definitely doesn't feel better already right from the get-go. At least not with Toshiro. All right, here we go. It's similar enough, though, to be fair. Got a status proc there. Just around 10 seconds slower when not having the other Retsu. But that's an option that you can do. I know not everyone pulled on the most recent mid-month banner. I know Retsu's the premium character. I'm talking about the brave one here, right? That's who we took off for Tenjiro. But she's the premium character. Likely you skipped the banner. Unless you got lucky with summon tickets, you probably don't have her. And like I said, I think this team would look a tad bit more impressive if we actually had Christmas Retsu in exchange for Toshiro. Next up, though, let's try out Aaroniero. And the thing with Aaroniero to keep in mind, right, is that he does have a enemies defeated bonus, where after he gets 40 enemies defeated, he does offer 20% more strong attack damage, which is great. However, he only gets it after 40 kills, so I could potentially not use the Mugetsu source, right? Because he's going to get that 20% strong attack damage buff anyway, but it's going to take us too long to get to that. So even with that, I feel like it's still better for me to use the Mugetsu link on NEMU, and with that, the team's basically the exact same. Only difference now is that we are using Aaroniero with the standard stuff that you would expect with a character like this. Remember, when compared to Toshiro, he is a better option. He is a better character, but I only have him 1-5 as compared to Toshiro, who's max transcended. But nonetheless, I am curious to see how far a 1-5 Aaroniero will actually take this. So let's use our SA1. Then 2. I guess in this page, yeah, we kind of just want to let the NAD characters do their job. And you'll see here, right, we would have gotten hit there. We would have gotten hit there. But the great part is that NEMU give us that protection. Let's use our 2 and use our 1. And I guess here, if we do get the weakening proc, we actually do let us, you know, let our whole team do more damage, right? And that's actually really good. Damn, hold on. I should just be using Aaroniero. Seems like he's a lot better here. The weakening procs really do help. Well, there you go. At least when you're using double NAD character, a 1-5 Aaroniero is actually almost the exact same, if not better, than a 5-5 Toshiro. And I feel like the biggest difference there is, one, he has a better strong attack here. I shouldn't even be entirely surprised. But when you are using 2 normal attack damage characters like this, it's the weakening that is giving us a big damage increase. That makes sense. That weakening proc that lasts like 2 seconds, we have 2 NAD characters that can greatly benefit from that. So let's go in, let's use our 2, and try and, you know, use our no attack or also strong attacks whenever the no attack damage characters are attacking them, right? Now, unfortunately for Retsu, she's already lost her barriers, which kind of does suck, but we'll see how it goes. Again, don't shy away from using your normal attack. Unfortunately, took some damage there. Let's restart that. All right, let's try it again. Let's see how this does go. So go in. Let's use our 2. There we go. That should take care of everyone, hopefully. Does seem like it. Let's just use our normal attacks. Super quick on the first phase. SA3. Do we get a status proc? We should hopefully there. Decent thus far. Decent thus far. SA2. Definitely noticed the weakening proc there. And we got another proc. Really lucky in the procs here. Go in. Soul Bomb. SA1. Into the 2. Oh, this is looking good. Let's SA3. Fully charge it. Very close to 40 seconds. I'm liking this team more than Toshiro, that I will be honest. And to be fair, we actually would have killed there, but our characters decided to use their strong attacks, which is kind of unfortunate. Since we have 40 seconds remaining, we might be better, or close to 40 seconds, we might be better off here using normal attack damage links on NEMU. Because I believe the buff starts to wear off around 40 seconds. So if we can give her more normal attack damage, maybe that will make a difference. Let's find out. All right then, so let's see how this does go. So starting off SA2, into the 1. Use our normal attack, just stay back and use our normal attack. There we go. Gauge is about to activate. Bambietta. Oh, that would have been great if we were able to have that second charge strong attack go into the next wave. The E-Bun seems to be being dealt with relatively quick. Here we go. Let's stay down here and Soul Bomb. We can push back, right? But lucky, we are dealing with range characters here. And then in this case, depending how fast we clear, it really just comes down to if they use their normal attacks quick. Seems relatively similar, whether we use normal attack damage or recharge links. I think with this team, it really comes down to if we get lucky with the status proc. So if we get the weakening a lot more often and our characters decide to use their normal attack, we're going to get a 40. And that's definitely what I'm going to work towards this week for my personal guild quest score. But there we go. Range QUINCY guild quest definitely is now more complete than it has been in the past. Right now, you have access to 3 good SP leads that we were only able to showcase 2 today. Aaroniero and also Toshiro. And then worst case scenario, maybe you can get away using Mininha and also this particular Balgo. They're not going to be nearly as good, but if they're all you got, you can work with them, assuming you have 2 good sides as normal attack damage units. And as far as normal attack damage characters do go, they also got a bit more accessible. We have a really good normal attack damage premium character as an option. She's still somewhat new, so it might be a while before you do start to get her, but in due time, she will start to appear as filler pulls. You're likely going to get from summon tickets, future free summons, for example. Her damage output's really good. I'm very fortunate enough to have her 2-5, right? Happy to have her personally on my account, and then now we have access to NEMU. She's a 1,000 G blood character. She is going to be limited. She might be one of the harder ones to pull, likewise with the new Christmas Retsu. But my time throughout playing the game over the last couple of so years, eventually, you just get the character. But it is really nice to finally have a normal attack damage character in the ranged Quincy Guild Quest that is a team booster, because that was the last piece this Guild Quest was missing. They honestly would have been fine without Retsu. Retsu is just the now better alternative option, best lead for the Guild Quest. But what they needed more so was a character like NEMU. And again, as already stated, really cool that NEMU is a normal attack damage character that is almost encouraged to be used outside of Guild Quests. Either way though, that's the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what score you guys did get in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.